Premier League Chelsea vs Bournemouth prediction, team news, lineups preview. Separated by just 3 points in the upper echelons of the Premier League table, Chelsea and Bournemouth endeavour to build on emphatic FA Cup victories in Tuesday's top-flight battle at Stamford Bridge. Enzo Maresca's men hit Morecambe for 5 without reply on Saturday, while the Cherries also strolled into the fourth round courtesy of a 5-1 demolition of West Bromwich Albion. Match preview. As has so often been the case in this season's Conference League, Maresca's second Chelsea 11 enjoyed a largely stress-free afternoon on Saturday, when Morecambe rocked up to their West London home and left on the receiving end of a 5-0 slaughter. Long-range goals were the order of the day at Stamford Bridge, as Tosin Adarabioyo and Joao Felix both struck braces alongside a customary cup strike from Christopher Nkunku, who had earlier given the visiting crowd their highlight of the day when his penalty was saved by Harry Burgoyne. That missed spot kick was a minor dose of disappointment for Chelsea, but Maresca's men have experienced a handful of major setbacks in the top flight of late, perhaps proving their manager right when he said that the Blues were not genuine title contenders. Indeed, Chelsea have only accrued 2 points from a possible 12 in their last 4 top-flight games, most recently having to settle for a 1-1 draw at London rivals Crystal Palace, leaving them 10 points adrift of leaders Liverpool, having played a game more than the Reds. All of Newcastle United, Manchester City and upcoming opponents Bournemouth could now leapfrog the Blues with satisfactory results in the midweek round of matches, where the hosts could suffer back-to-back Premier League losses at Stamford Bridge for the first time since September 2023. Also putting 5 goals past lower league opposition at the weekend. Bournemouth had to do it the hard way against West Brom following Caleb Taylor's opener for the Baggies, but the Cherries quickly went on the warpath to extend their astonishing unbeaten sequence. Dango Ouattara ended the day with 2 goals to his name, while Justin Kluivert, Antoine Semenyo and Daniel Jebison also contributed to the third-round trouncing at the Vitality Stadium, one that marked Bournemouth's 9th game on the bounce without defeat. Andoni Iraola's crop were not in such hot goal-scoring form during the visit of Everton on January 4th, but a solitary strike from David Brooks, and an exquisite one at that, was enough to enhance the Cherries' European credentials and consolidate their top 7 ranking in the Premier League table. Since last falling to defeat against Brighton Hove Albion in late November, Bournemouth have made club history with an 8-game unbeaten streak in the Premier League, and only the top 2, Liverpool 15 and Arsenal 10, are currently on longer sequences without a loss. A hot streak on the road has proved pivotal to the Cherries' continental push. The visitors have scored multiple goals in each of their last 5 Premier League away games, but they are winless in 6 against Chelsea following September's Nkunku-inflicted 1-0 home defeat. Team news. Aside from known absentees Wesley Fofana hamstring, Benoit Badiashile thigh, Michaelo Mudryk suspended, Omari Kellyman hamstring and Kiernan Dewsbury Hall unspecified. The only new concern for Chelsea at the weekend was Noni Madueke, who missed the Morecambe mauling due to illness. The winger faces a race against time to prove his fitness for Tuesday's game, where Maresca will revert to his team with no fewer than 10 changes. Pedro Neto may be the only starter from Saturday to hold his place. Adarabioyo certainly has a case to reprise his role in defense too. But teenage starlet Josh Achimpong, brought back in from the cold after committing to a new contract, has quickly won over Maresca and should return to the first 11. Meanwhile, Bournemouth hit West Brom for 5 despite losing both Enes Ünal knee and Evanilson foot to long-term injuries earlier this month. The Cherries are expected to bring in a new striker this month, despite recalling Jebison from his Watford loan. The 21-year-old has made his case to start at Stamford Bridge with his strike at the weekend, but either Ouattara or Semenyo should spearhead the offensive line this weekend, as 20-year-old Ben Winterburn cedes his place. Marcos Senesi thigh, Julian Araujo thigh, Alex Scott knee, Marcus Tavernier thigh, Luis Sinisterra thigh and Adam Smith unspecified remain in the infirmary as well. And the latter's understudy Max Aarons is believed to be on the verge of joining Valencia, although he still completed one half of the West Brom win. Chelsea possible starting lineup: Sanchez, Gusto, Achimpong, Colwill, Cucurella, Fernandez, Caicedo, Sancho, Palmer, Neto, Jackson. Bournemouth possible starting lineup: Travers, Hill, Zabarnyi, Hodgson. Kirkes, Christie, Cook, Brooks, Kluivert, Ouattara, Semenyo. We say, Chelsea 3-1 Bournemouth. The die should not be cast early on at Stamford Bridge, as Bournemouth have scored 10 goals via substitutes in the 2024-25 Premier League season, more than any other side in the top flight. However, the Cherries head to West London with depleted options in both attack and defence, and Chelsea's refreshed first-choice 11 should bring the Cherries' magical unbeaten run to an end while simultaneously ending their worrying winless sequence. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.